There are a variety of function keys in CenterPoint available that allow you to move around in the program from the keyboard rather than switching to the mouse. Let's go through a few of those. If you press the Alt key on your keyboard, you'll notice there's an underscore under one of the letters in each one of the menu items across the top. That allows you to hit your Alt key and that letter to perform that particular menu. So I'm going to hit my Alt and P to get to the Processes menu. Here I can use my up and down arrows to select a different menu if I want. When I select the one I want, I'm going to hit my Enter key. That brings up the next menu selection for purchases, and hitting Enter will go to my payment screen. In my payment screen, there are also some functions that we're going to tab to the pay to the order of. And to select a name, if I wanted to do the lookup list, and instead of clicking the transaction search icon over here, I'm going to hit my F4, brings up the lookup list. At this point, I can type in if I want it to go to a certain name that I want, or I can use my up and down arrows again. We're going to select a name and tab, and if I tab to my date field, and F4 works here also, brings up a calendar. In my calendar, I can use my arrow keys up or down and right and left in order to select the day that I want. If I press my Alt and my Control key at the same time and now use my arrows, it's moving to the different months in the calendar. If I press my Alt and Shift key and use my arrows again, it's switching years. I'm going to go back to 18, and no keys over on the Alt or Shift or Control, just my arrows are going to move within my days. So I'm going to select a day. Once you select the day you want, hit your Enter key, and you're ready to tab to the next field. In any field that is a numeric quantity, I can use my F9 key. So your amount fields or your quantity fields, F9 will bring up a calculator. So in this case, if I had a couple of invoices that I were paying together, I can enter from the keyboard the numbers I wanted. So I'll type in 135, hit my Shift and plus, and add 300 equals 435. Once I'm done calculating, hit your F9 again to get out of that. Press Tab, and now you have your number filled in. Down at the bottom, you'll see the hotkeys again, like we had across at the top of the menu. We have hotkeys on the buttons. So if I pressed an Alt-S, that would save it, and Alt-C is going to clear. Let's say on this particular transaction, we want to recall the last transaction we've done. So I'm going to press Alt-R, and that recalled the last entry I've done. I'm ready at this point to save it. It brought back my memo line and any other details that I would have had in that transaction. I'm ready to save it. If I did an Alt-C, it would clear it and I could start over again. The function keys that we talked about are available in all of your transaction entry screens. There are also hotkeys available when you're in your setup list or when you're running reports. Feel free to use those. And remember, if you hit your Alt key, it'll always display what the available hotkeys are in that particular area.